We got some remixed version of this song here, so this is how you know it's the final one, yo. So we're just starting the investigation now. Honestly, if I did the whole investigation and the trial all in one go, I don't think I would be able to do it. I think it would be another 6-hour stream, and I don't have 6 hours in me today, so, you know. Alright, here we go. Investigation start! If only everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish the class trial, and then we can think about what will happen after. I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's going to happen? Huh? What's gonna happen? This rotten school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go back home. Carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey, hey,
What do you mean, something?
shut up!
He's making us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that?
Damn it!
I don't know, but this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this ends smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial. Yeah, I know. Then don't bring up strange stuff like that. It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikon's. But it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter? The time. Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. Oh, they did have the time. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's 12:30 p.m. So it also has a clock function. Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. Huh? It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon.
Alright!
Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. Weren't we all here though? Pretty sure we were all here together. But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare.
Alright!
Then whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious.
Huh?
Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem. It's one of us. Who is it? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the weather. Honestly, probably. Seasonal allergies. Hold on, it's getting dark. One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way. It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh. She looks like she's in deep thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling? Yep. Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire.
Well,
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There.
see?
Can you see that red streak? Oh, I see. Oh, you saw it. Okay, you can see it. My webcam doesn't cover it. You're right, I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood? Color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Monokuma's dead. There's blood coming out of his stomach. Hey. No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. I'm not dead. Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at this factory? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal too. Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading. What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are you
I
saying?
had nothing to do with that. Huh?
You're so evil.
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monomi, but you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know. I won't give up I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end.
I can't lose.
I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma. Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Same, bro. God, everything in these investigations are so confusing. Alright, let's look at his body. I never expected Nagito to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. You can look at a Danganronpa crime scene and just know who done it. I mean, in the first game it was like easier to try and like put pieces together. Man, in this one it's like impossible. Like the blood up there, like how the heck did it get up there? I don't know. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. Holy. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito, they also stabbed his legs? Damn, so this is the last game that's like this? Oh, that's so sad. Alright, why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it.
Alright, at any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture?
Huh?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Where the bombs were! Duh! My god. Sometimes the game really... Like the game tells me what I already know, but it doesn't tell me what I don't know, you know? Was this something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge toward Nagito,
Damn it.
refusing to let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. You know what? This makes me feel like I'm thinking that like, you know how I'm thinking that it's Akane because of how much she hated Nagito, but I really, really feel like it's Sonia because I still remember that day in the library when she was like reading some book, and she was talking about like all the crazy ways that the people did killings, and or she was just fascinated with like mass murdering or something. So yeah, I really feel like it's Sonia because here she is torturing a guy, or here like Nagito was tortured, and I think like she would have done that because she was all into that. Not into it, but you know, we're not supposed to know yet. Alright, refusing to let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. Oh, but even if they had held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? But like, I think they stabbed his hand to keep his hand there because, as you see, this rope on his arm is torn. Ripped? What's the right adjective for a rope? It's torn. The rope is torn, so yeah, they needed to keep his hand there for some reason, so. This knife, it must be from the military base. You were at the military base, bitch! Military base. Ah, now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
Well,
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand.
it cannot be.
And then they finished him off with the spear. How cruel. Then does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
You are right.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? A reason they had to use the spear, huh? Well, I mean, they had to keep the knife there to keep his hand there. So, this. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere. Hey, bear! Oh, why is the followage gone? There's something strange. Strange? What?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but there's something else that's strange. When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand,
Well,
here there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. You're right, why is it only on this part?
see?
See, it's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? Yeah, sure, you win. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? I feel like he had to have been wearing a glove or something. Alright, I think we have his face left. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
Geez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over. It doesn't help either. The blood splattered all over doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, jeez. Alright, Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. Wait a minute. Okay. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off of his mouth. Hey, what are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here. Thanks, Bear. What the heck? Wait, was there a notification? I didn't even see a notification! Or did I just ignore it? Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case... It's no use, she's not listening.
Hey.
Hey, about the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape. Oh, what's wrong with that?
Well,
This duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? There isn't a notification because I followed before. What, so it doesn't do a notification again? You unfollowed and then refollowed? Alright, I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already. Oh, my nose is so bad. I feel like I can't even read. Wow, Bear. Wow.
yep.
Pretty sure I made you laugh at least twice before, okay? Alright, anyway, this might be some kind of clue too. I should remember it. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? No, there's no way because his freaking hand is tied down with the thingy. But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Huh. Oh, I don't think I did this. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. Yeah, PC building simulator for real. It'd be the first thing you play on the new PC. Can run 3D Mark on it. Alright, there's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not. This is the spear of Gungnir, right? Gungnir. I can't even speak with my nose stuffed. You definitely just came up with that now.
Hey!
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle.
What?
Time spy simulator. Yeah, you can run 3D Mark in the PCs, in the PC building sim. Alright, what? Nezumi Castle?
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you mice, damn you all to hell. I see, even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Strange. That's strange. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. Are you going to do the trial today too? I think I might be able to get through like the first half of the trial. Because every time I try to do an investigation and a trial thinking like, oh, I can do it quicker this time, it always ends up taking like 6 hours. And yeah, there's no way. There's just no way. But who knows? If it's like 10 o'clock and I get past the second or the first part of the trial and then like I'm not tired or I really want to know, then sure. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, play for 6 hours? Why? You're making it sound like it's really important here. Some important stuff about to happen. What if it'll just be the end of the stream? Oh shit. Okay. Hold on. I'm suffering. You really want to sit through this stuffy nose? Alright. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle, it looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. I don't understand. I don't understand this whole like, oh, there's blood here, but there's not blood here, but there's a little bit of blood here. Like, man, I cannot pay attention that closely. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later. Guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. Geez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? A classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Alright, what is all this? It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here... Yeah, I know. If I die, you'll never know what happens at the end of Danganronpa, so I cannot... An oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on!
Is a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well?
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them. How does she know that?
Which means?
So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil later, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
You are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. They caused a fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene, but... Now that I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain, the killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles, remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably... Emotes too good, I know. Those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. Thanks, Thunder. It's a good time to sub too. And you'll find out soon. Why that is. Is that it? Is there anything else? I feel like I looked at everything. Do I have to talk to another person again?
Perhaps.
Yes.
How suspicious.
Oh, am I done? Oh, okay. You're about to unsub. No! A bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Alright, I guess I gotta go quick then. Oh, okay. An MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged onto it. But why is this here? It looks like that weird music was playing from there. You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. Do you think the music was playing so that we couldn't hear Nagito screaming? Like, I know he had tape over his mouth, but maybe he could still go like, "Hoo," and we might have like heard him in the background, you know? There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from that MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? All these CDs are all copies of Monokuma's music. These should have been burned too. There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near their curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? Who? But why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall they should have been neatly put away. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess? Huh?
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is... It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. She slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it, it's a trap. Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? I kinda ignored their protests, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Bam! Could it be? Was that it?
Well?
And there's something else I've been wondering.
Hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Yeah, compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So...
Isn't this clearly strange? Strange. That means... they all fell over like a domino effect, and that set off the fire. Somehow. Maybe the lighter? Yo. Maybe the lighter, you know how she said that like if you open the lighter it can still run without it being touched? What if like the lighter was on and it was put on the floor, and then when we opened it, the Monokumas fell like a domino until the last one touched the fire, and then they all, you know, caught on fire. We can speculate this was done intentionally. There we go, first clue that I figured out, I think. Well, even though I did say I was gonna freaking kill him, there's no way I would have actually done it. I was just upset, you know? We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial. What else do I have to look at? There's nothing else. Unless I have to talk to everyone? Looks like the side is completely soaked because of the sprinkler. Even if there was an important clue here, we might not be able to notice it. But it's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. Good thing we were able to put out the fire.
Hey.
But there was a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades.
You're right.
I agree. If we did, we would have been caught by the sprinklers and become all wet and soggy. Miss Sonia's all wet. She's all drenched and soggy. You were thinking that, huh?
Of course not.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
Say what?
Why are you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime.
Whoa.
You're screwing with me?
This.
Oh my, screwing? How lewd.
Hey.
Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second. Kazuichi, you should probably just keep your mouth shut already. Alright, is that it? Or is there more? It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikan's, but it looks like the time doesn't matter this time. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file that the estimated time of death is noon sharp. But we all split up before noon to search for the bombs, which means no one has an alibi. Yeah, that's the problem. Looks like Sonia is focused on investigating the warehouse, which reminds me, there's something I needed to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse exploded. Huh? Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It is alright, it is not a bomb. Why did you know the bombs were fake? Well... That's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and what were you doing during that time? Blah, blah, blah. I love that emote so much. Oh my.
It cannot be.
Do you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Jesus, shit, you son of a bitch. Sonia?
I am sorry.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there.
Well?
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
That is.
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered.
Please listen.
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How did you find out that the bombs in the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. What? I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real, and I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin. However, that plan was
an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it, all to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Monami as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Which means...
If those bombs were the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. Thunder, do you even know what the word wholesome means? That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well. If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is, his reason for doing it. Sora not dying there was shocking. With this, I have explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. Sonia ain't no wholesome lady. She's a killer. You're right, I got it. Yeah, I was surprised that no one actually died or even got hurt when that happened. Alright, I pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried. Yeah, I am.
Well,
At a time like this, it might be good for you. Well, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene, the military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle, where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
can you hear me?
Hey, you guys, isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see. I see.
I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we had the same idea.
Huh?
But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here. I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found here aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely. You don't really need to say that.
Hey, hey!
Then it's okay if we leave this place? Give you my reason? Ugh. I feel like I've already given all the reasons. There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Alright, the reason why I think it's Sonia is because at the factory, and I kind of also think it's Chiaki too, but I'll be so upset if it's Chiaki. There's no way it could be Chiaki. I feel like she's such a important character now. She's so smart. But I thought it was Sonia because when I tried to grab her and tell her that we found the bombs, she was she didn't understand what we were talking about. And Chiaki kind of responded the same way as well, but I kind of feel like it's more like Sonia because we were just oh, we found them or something, and she's like, what? Found what? And we're like, the bombs, hello? I don't know, but she was just acting weird, so I feel like it's her. And then also because of, you see how I guess tortured what's the name was? Nagito. So I thought that, remember way back when Sonia was in the library and she was talking about how she's all fascinated with mass murderers or something? And I was thinking yo, she probably read all this shit in the books about how to murder people or torture people, and she probably just tried it out on him or something. I don't know. I feel like she's she seems too good that there's something we don't know about her, and I think that's it. But you know. I also failed at getting all of the Monokumas. I missed one in each island, and I'm upset. Ugh. I'm upset, man. How's my pet? My pet is good. I have a new Usami this time. The first 2 times I got the frickin' snake. Monokumas aren't worth it? Oh, okay. Gross. What? I like my Usami. Damn it, this dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these. I didn't miss anything? Well, I just wanted like an achievement if there was an achievement for getting them all. It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who can do that. Huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed into the truck bed.
Whoa.
Ah, I found it! Huh, what did you find? Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like a survival knife? Wait, that's... we already established this. Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand?
Maybe.
Which means the killer obtained that knife here. So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once. That's everyone though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. That does sound fishy. I don't think there's anything else to do here. Oh wait, there's still things. What? Okay. It's empty. Nothing's here. Do you think Soda is the killer now? Yo, everything is gonna make me think that everybody is the killer, but no. I'm gonna still stick with it. Sonia. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth. Yes, everyone is a sussy baka. And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind. He said as much in his video message. So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. No, is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. What's another place I have to go? I have to go to his room. Oh, here it is. I'm annoyed. What happened? I'm annoyed. What are you annoyed about? I want to investigate Nagito's cottage, but I'm annoyed. I don't really understand, but you can't investigate Nagito's cottage? Maybe I should try investigating Nagito's cottage. It's locked? Apparently, we can't go inside thanks to that. I'm annoyed. There's nothing I can do. I'm going to investigate another area. What are you gonna do? I'll go look for Monokuma. He might open it for us. Then let me know when we can go inside. Yep. Yeah, I got it. Yo, what if he was the freaking traitor all along? Are you going to get smashed again? I did it. I bought it. Unfortunately. Why? Why did I do this? I'm gonna touch the game once and like never touch it again. I don't know why I did it. Monokuma should have got a me costume. I don't know about that. Yeah, I did it for Sora, but man, I could have just like, I don't know, played Sora at my friend's house or something. Instead, I gotta spend so much money on this freaking DLC. Oh, there it is. It's gone.
Yo.
Look at that wall of spears. I guess it's obvious where the weapon came from. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. The spear is definitely it, right?
I see.
Just as I thought, it looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. Nickelodeon All-Stars is the new Smash. I saw some post about Nickelodeon All-Stars has like a 10k prize pool tournament, and then someone was just like, oh, they're like, why am I in Smash? Like, I'm playing the wrong game here. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it. Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of those spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gunner, right? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. But why did the killer use the spear and the knife?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with the knife and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this would, with this unnecessary cord thing on it, would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose the spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I think they had to attack him from afar, maybe, you know? So they had the cord and then just went like, whip? He didn't make it up, it's Odin's spear. Is it? Wow. I've been everywhere, now what? What happened? Didn't you go to investigate somewhere else? There's something at the back of my mind. I'm really unsure about something. What is it? Didn't I just say it's at the back of my mind? That's why I can't explain it. The sound and the smells when we went inside here. It's just not clear. She's the type to have something on her mind because of her gut feeling, huh? Kane's gut feeling. Previously, that feeling of hers helped us find a lot of things by accident. It's almost like some kind of feral instinct. Is that it then? Is there anything else in here that I didn't look at? Oh, you know, we gotta make it a fair investigation. So, he's gotta open it, I think. Unless he's the traitor. No, I said Monokuma has to open Nagito's door, or else it's not a fair trial. And I said the only reason he wouldn't open it is because maybe Nagito is the traitor. Investigate what other area? Jeez, I'm lost now. Ugh. I don't know what else I'm supposed to look at. Anything else? The password. Nagito was the only one. Oh, now that he's dead, are we unable to get the password? No, we should deal with that later. Right now, investigating the case comes first. I guess that was important. Maybe I have to look in here. The factory. Oh, the factory! Oh, duh. I'm dumb. Whoops. I've never seen so many Monokumas in my life. Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into. However, while I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
Well?
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here. Huh?
Do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
Alright!
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. Hold on. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly messed with it?
Easy as pie!
Either way, it is all gravy. All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Enough already!
Stop! There's no bomb.
Hey!
You'll know if you just pick me up. See? All you feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You're right.
However...
Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
Who knows?
I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
Please wait!
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No.
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was going to happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Ooh, I feel relieved. But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon.
Well,
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Octagon. So he completed the room too then. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
Goddess.
Did I say something I should not have said? It's not your fault, don't worry about it. Okay. I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling the strange feeling that I've never felt before, as if Nagito was trying to make us suffer even after he died. Well, now's not the time to think such stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. Yo, I think that, like, his room is gonna be, like, crazy. That's what I think. Oops. Alright, let's see. Here we go.
what's this?
Oh my, you wanna go inside Nagito's room too?
Hajime.
Ah, Hajime.
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that.
Boy,
Then do it. It's sweet because it's made out of black beans. Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
fine, fine.
Fine, fine. I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Loose. Bye-bye.
See, I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now. Lick. This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized?
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open. Yeah, you're right. Oh my god, let's see what's in his room! So, Nagito was living here. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. What is this shiny thing right here? Treasure chest or whatever. Wanting to see absolute hope, becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. It better be a freaking password into that building. No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. He keeps his makeup in there. Everywhere we go, we're being constantly monitored by these surveillance cameras. Someone is watching us suffer and enjoying it. There's a fridge. There's a refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. What? There really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he stocked very much. But the bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Really? It looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death. Hey, this is...
See?
Yeah, it looks like it's poison. Poison. Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it. Stop it. If you worry like that, I'm going to get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison, made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gas... Can I say that word? Gaseous? Gaseous? Gaseous state. It is gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. It's heavier than air. Breaks down. Okay. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. Hold on, I need to know. Because no one told me. No one confirmed.
Gaseous.
Ah. Gaseous. Gaseous liquid. In gaseous state. Alright. Alright, this refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well,
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel too. Apply to the bomb?
see?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. He's the traitor. The octagon inside the funhouse. This poison, he must have brought it with him from there too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere on his body during the last class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial? Geez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey, hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison?
See?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder if is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet? Uh-oh. Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island. Hey, Gardo! Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? Oh man. Alright, I need to know what's in here. This treasure box. A fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Hey, stream's going good. Yo, we're trying to figure out who killed this man's... I say it like this because I don't know if you know anything about the game and I don't want to spoil. Someone killed someone. That's all you need to know. Could this be... Can you let me know if you find my treasure? Oh yeah, it's Monomi's treasure! It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. A treasure box. Chiaki, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute. Oh, she was just reacting. This looks like Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place. I turned back towards the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. This is it. Why is a notebook inside the treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this, a diary? Looks like it. Did Monomi write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5, page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on the entry titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey, hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing. Hey, stop! Don't look at my notebook! Whoa. From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive
forgive you.
Ooh, I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Geez, that was close. If I had come any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late.
Huh?
But if this notebook is here, and Nagito was the thief?
No.
Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved students.
Hey.
Hey, that notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way. That's right, this is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey.
Hey, you're a liar.
Ooh,
You always show up out of nowhere.
why
Monomi,
you?
it's not good to lie, you know. Lie. There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write. What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong.
No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands. See? Bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way too.
What?
Huh? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey.
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
What are you saying?
There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? Huh? He said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, it's... how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Damn it, she totally ran away again. The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her. But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Okay. Why would Nagito steal this? Did he want the notebook that was inside? But Monomi didn't write in that notebook, so who did? In addition to books, there's a bunch of random crap stuffed onto the shelf. It might take a lot of time for us to thoroughly go through that stuff.
Hey.
Let's just leave it for later. Yeah, I agree. Monokuma, I see you. You got him.
No.
Shower room is over here. Looks like there aren't any clues. The basic layout's just like my cottage. There's nothing about this window that ever catches my eye. What else is in here then? Maybe I just have to talk to her actually. I have good eyes? Yes. Our time for investigating is winding down. The bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we should try examining some other areas first.
Hey.
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn. Well, we should still check it just in case. With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... well, there's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. What is this? It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? Gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed. What did Nagito use the stuff for? Hajime, was there anything else under the bed? Let's see. Peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and... there's a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum? A round, thin piece of aluminum, huh? It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Wait.
Who knows? Might be too soon to decide that. Bookshelf. The genres and the types of items are all so random, I can't make any sense out of them whatsoever.
Well?
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Do they now? I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. So what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles. That doesn't mean we should ignore it though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime. Wait, what? It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be private stuff there. Well, that might be true, but... So I'll leave this shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I sighed and walked towards the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, there were still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. Oh, but it's the book? Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That seal. Indeed, it's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy. Does that have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. No, I think he's a liar. He's a fucking liar. Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. I think he lied about that too, now that I think about it. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really has only my information, then why is this file so thick? Right? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me, just as I thought Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuichi, Fumihiko, Akane, and Sonia, and everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too. I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height and weight, and so forth. But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words, reserve course student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, well, I just found a strange file. Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should begin there. It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here, but unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
And it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Hold on.
Huh?
Well, what happened? I just noticed it right now, but...
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles. But his name is the only one missing, right?
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togame.
What?
Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
No way!
So what if a name isn't written in that file? Perhaps based on that, you think he might be the traitor? No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life, it's totally wrong. There's a completely different reason. Different reason?
You're getting all
How should I
riled
put
up.
this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason, which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What do you mean?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right? What? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. Ultimate Imposter. Who's that? And suddenly I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate Imposter? That's that Byakuya's true identity. True identity? He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny Byakuya Togami. What? He looked literally exactly the same, but just fat. What the heck? Fake? He looked and sounded exactly the same. Man. The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. Though I'm not jealous of that at all. Wow. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
So cool!
It's like the cigar guy in Game of Thrones. You mean Jaqen Hagar? His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. Cigar. Then he was lying to us the whole time.
But still.
But he couldn't help it. What? Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
Because that was his talent. Huh? Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. What the hell?
Anyway,
I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
that's right!
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? I cannot talk to the others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Based on the context, if I had to guess, maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss. Geez, the future foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the future foundation. What do you mean? It's so late at night. Alright, is there really someone like that?
Of course!
Basically, we found out Byakuya wasn't really Byakuya, and he's the ultimate imposter. Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. Aww. Oh well. You better appreciate that, you know. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
correct!
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey, hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? Well, probably. So he lied about knowing who the traitor was. Unless he found out some other way, I don't know. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Time's up. Wait. Excuse me for a moment. Oh no. That chime just now. No!
What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
Last class trial. He said that, right? He said last class trial.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days. And he said something about the killing school trip endings, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still.
But I can't imagine that it's the real end. I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once. Oh no.
Well?
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. Class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
But still.
Well, you don't have to worry so much.
Right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know? You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. Oh, man. Which way is the best way to get to Jabberwock Park? Actually, I think I can shortcut there. Oh wait, am I right here? No, I'm not. Ooh, okay, let's go. Man, I'm tired. Alright. I don't know if I'll be able to get through a whole trial today, yo. Oh no, I'm supposed to go to Monokuma Rock, right?
Damn right.
When's the next stream? Probably Sunday afternoon. And if not, then it would be Tuesday evening. Looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Huh? Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it, you're making me depressed.
Stupid fool.
So, it is going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. But once we're through with this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know.
That's why I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial,
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stops. What the fuck? Why are you here? You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island, thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
Huh? What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Alright, stop trying to jinx us.
Pick you up.
Damn right, stupid rabbit should just shut up. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. I have finally realized after losing my powers, I realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
What's her deal? I do not really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if he started talking during the trial. Oh, fine.
But still.
Somehow, I understand what Monomi is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going to the class trial.
Yep.
You're right, we need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. This is the end.
Yeah.
Alright, but if I do this whole trial today, are you all going to be able to stay up for like another 3 or 4 hours doing this? That's the real question. And watching this. It's either that or I do it Sunday or next Tuesday. Okay, Thunder, but I'm not just asking you. Jeez, I know you're free. God.
Well,
Alright, let's worry about things after we're finished.
You are
More
right.
importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Alright, these are the people, eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 people here. Who did it? Who done it? Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. No, he just confused us. Jeez. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. Were we, though? Actually, yeah, I guess we kind of were. He had all the information. But even if he's gone, the ones who survive need to stand and fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened. This bright light greeted us. Is that the light of hope or the light of despair?
Well now.
Now that the chatterbox Nagito was gone, there are only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Enough, just fucking start this already.
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, it sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
All right!
Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end.
Now then.
Let's get this trial started.
Viva killing!
This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there were also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out the person who finished off Nagito, the killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth, and if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go, everyone. Oh.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Now, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who
DoorDash
the killer is and vote for who
What is
done
relevant?
it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
Thank you.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the
Trying
right
to get
to
good
leave
gut
this
health, you know?
island. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
Uh-oh. Oh, sh-
No! One more time!
This evil Monokuma.
How about this one? This will be my final blow!
Oh, I thought she was gonna fight back, yo. Oh,
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who was a who in the world killed him. I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
I'm just finally happy that my voice can take a break. Oh.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... Uh-oh. Okay. Yo, we're starting already. Oh my god. What? Oh, I don't even know what's going on. What the question even was. Hold on.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
No. What?
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
I mean, he is Yakuza. Were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place? Yeah, no?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Maybe he did it himself, and
The
the
reason
person...
Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
I don't know. Shit.
Damn it!
I need help. Olivia, I need help. I need a hint. This is so hard. What? Why did the killer have to torture? No, were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place? Because, like, if he's saying this right now, he said, were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place? That makes me feel like that's the point that's the thing that I have to contradict or whatever. I don't need to suck. Okay, perfect.
One.
All right, Olivia. Second hint. Am I shooting someone's contradiction, or am I shooting to agree with someone?
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's wrong.
I was like, did he tape his own mouth? Maybe.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Oh my god, that's so obscure. That's so obscure. How am I supposed to think of that? Like,
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
oh geez, he rebutted so quick.
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
A trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Okay. I'm really bad at these too. Alright. Okay.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down!
Oh, God, that was so close.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First,
Oops.
the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Damn it!
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut,
It doesn't let me look through the things during this. I need
how
to
is he
look
supposed
through
to
the
answer anything?
things. Ugh.
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
Okay, nope.
Crap!
Like,
Pay
it goes too
attention, This is
fast.
how it went. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him,
Oh, I can do that? Oh, what? Wow, okay.
crap! Pay attention.
Alright, I got... torture wounds, burned rope. A rope that was tied to Nagito's right arm burned off, however, Nagito's right sleeve still looked clean. I don't get it. This is gonna be such a hard trial. Oh my god, I don't get it. Spiral knife that was stabbed into Nagito's right hand. The knife is from a military base. It's safe to assume that the wounds on Nagito's legs and left arm were caused by this knife.
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
They taped Nagito's mouth after getting information from him. True, that sounds reasonable. But that clearly contradicts the truth. If he had listened to me until the very end, I wouldn't have to go through the trouble of repeating myself.
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Oh, did I fuck up? Oh my god.
Damn it!
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to die. I think I need a big hint.
Bomb's location.
What? I'm about to die. What do you mean the answer is the same? Oh, I'm dead. God damn it. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I don't understand how the trials work. Still, at the end of the second game. I'm so annoyed.
Then, after they killed him...
Allow me to cut
Oh,
through
I
those
got it.
words.
No, it's okay. I'm already at full health again, so it's fine.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? Might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or
You were
something?
with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer? If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
Can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
Damn right it is. Reason for the fire, huh? They're right, we need to clear that up first. I don't know anything about the fire, so I'm about to fail this one as well.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Well, you can't throw a
Based
lighter.
on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
No. They used,
There should have
they
been a
used
way
the
to tip it
pins.
over with sound waves.
No.
Or
No.
perhaps opening the door caused.
Yeah.
I agree with
Yes! I got it! What I thought was correct. Remember I called it? I said the monochrome
I
panels
also agree
tipped
that
over
opening
like
the
a
door is
domino
what started
effect.
the fire.
Yo! I did it.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure.
Genius
Dust
access
Devil flew here
memory!
from glorious Japan!
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
Domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second, and from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
The music, I think, no? Oh, maybe the music was used to hide the sound of it. Okay.
I see!
I see.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. And as if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. Slowly open the door of the warehouse. Huh, it's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it, it's a trap. Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? I kinda ignored their protests, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
Yes.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter. Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door,
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
but the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
That door was the only entrance to the warehouse. I see, so the problem Chiaki's talking about is... the killer couldn't have left? Again with this?
I see.
What?
If the panel was so close to the door,
Alright,
it
I
could
think he
barely
committed
open.
suicide then. Oh my god.
The killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Yeah.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
You don't mean...
But that's true, this murder.
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse, there's only one person who could have done that. Yo? Is it over already? Only one person who could have done that. It's you!
This is my answer.
Yeah?
What if it was Nagito?
Oh shit.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim. What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too.
Okay.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. Yo, he tied his legs together, tied this handle, and then for this one, he already pre-tied a burned piece of rope on to make it look like he was tied up. But I don't think he was tied up at all. And I guess he had to have put the... Maybe he did do it all himself, because he's pretty crazy, so... Oh boy. Okay. Let's go. Burned rope. I'm going with burned rope this time.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Damn it.
Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty
Front
joke?
tail. Oh. Did she mean his penis? Is that what she was saying?
To actually tie up your own arms
I think
and
that was the
legs.
right one that I chose,
That's
by the way. I think I
obviously
just missed it.
impossible.
Tying just the legs is what tying both arms would be
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Oh my god, I'm starting to think it's...
Or if you use your front tail?
What's his face?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Oh, did I miss it? Oh shit, my bad. I'm starting to think it's Fuyuhiko. Unfortunately. Why? Don't do this to me, Fuyuhiko. I don't want it to be him. What if it's this one right here?
No,
Okay.
that's wrong.
It is. Wow.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope
Got
on his
it.
right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before that.
No, but the rest of his body isn't on fire.
Burned because
so.
of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
The proof that the burned rope on Nakito's right arm is a trap. The proof that the burnt rope on Nakito's right arm is a trap. Because of his sleeve.
I see.
There's nothing on the sleeve, right?
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
The breast pillows? Her boob pillows?
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
What?
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
Get a what? Is that supposed to mean something? I don't know what that means.
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
No, she's not. I thought that was supposed to mean something when she said Benjamin. What does that mean?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
What? What is she talking about? Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back. What the heck?
Hold on.
That
There
means
should be a
$100.
way.
Oh, does it actually, or are you just tricking me?
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Way to stab yourself in the right hand using only your right hand. It's okay, there's definitely an answer for this. Is there? I don't know. How do you stab your hand using only one hand? I don't get it. Benjamin. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I see. I wouldn't know that. I'm not American.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
Maybe the girdle?
If he
I
threw the
don't
knife
know.
into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Oh, wrong.
It's wrong?
Air and let the knife fall. Could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Oh.
I agree with that.
What? Oh my god, so stupid.
The life-size Monokuma plushie.
Oh,
He
so
must have
dumb.
used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. Inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up.
Oh, Jesus.
Then, if that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
Haste of Forge.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear. If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Think of this as a screenshot out of context right now. Whoa. Whoa there, Miss Sonia. Whoa there.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Clearly he thought it.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Oh my god.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
Wow.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear
Oh my
with a knife
God.
stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monami sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now. Everyone working together.
She's right, we made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then even now.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, let's go.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail.
She
I
really...
know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
Aborting
my
Miss Sonia is
God.
freaking awesome!
Oh geez. Okay.
How did...
Both of Nagito's legs were tied with rope and each rope was tied to nearby pillars which prevented him from moving. His thighs were also covered with a lot of stab wounds. Burned rope. Wait. Burned rope. The rope that was tied to Nagito's right arm burned off. However, Nagito's right sleeve still looked clean. Survival knife that was stabbed in Nagito's front hand, or right hand. The knife is from the military base. It's safe to assume that the wounds on Nagito's legs and left arm were caused by this knife. Blood on left hand. Blood was splattered on the palm of Nagito's left hand. For some reason, the splatter cuts off in the middle of his palm. Also, the back of his left hand has an unnatural blood stain that's only above the middle joints of his fingers. Duct tape. Mouth covered duct tape. Hey, Olivia. I like almost needed you, but then I figured it out. You also missed a couple funny parts. Actually, there's one funny part here, which you'll see right now.
His right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Oh, never mind. I got it. I got it. Never mind. You're not gonna see the funny moment. I'm sorry. Oh, you screenshot it on the Discord. Nice.
It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
Nice.
But there was something off about his left hand.
No, it's okay, Olivia. It's in the Discord. Just
The
for you.
bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered. That's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that blood stain. But it's not the only unnatural blood stain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural blood stain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
It was gripping.
I see.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
God.
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right, that's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
He was holding on to the cord?
I see.
The shaft was an answer? Oh my
That's it.
god.
Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand, but from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with a spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time? At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan, Nate.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that, that's it. Could it be the state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. Where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. I think it was on the thing. What do you call it? Oh shit, what did they call it? The girdle? I don't remember what it's called. Man. Alright, here we go. We're doing our dive. Yo, this actually makes me dizzy when I do this game. I used to be able to do games like this when I was a child, but I can't anymore. Where was the spear just before it impaled Nagito? It was above him. Oh yeah, I'm so good. I got this part down for sure. Ah! Oh, Jesus. Get out of here. Boom! Ah! Okay. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? A ceiling girder. That's what they call it, a girder. I mean, sprinklers is technically also the right answer, but... Oh shit. No. Ah. What item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? The rope in Nagito's left hand. Wait, what item connects both the spear? The rope or the spear's cord? I don't know. Oh god. I think it's the spear's cord. Fuck. Damn it. Okay. It's okay, I did it.
It's all coming together.
That was actually close. Can you imagine if I got it? Do you think it's possible?
The
I think I could have made it.
killed Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he'd probably use the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
Yep.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that.
That's
He
freaky.
did all that while he was gripping the spear?
Ugh.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right? Did he put the duct tape on his mouth
Why did he
too?
do this? Because he wanted us all to fail in the end, this
He
guy.
probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
Because he's crazy.
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Geez, and I was starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is,
So
or...
what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes. You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done
I
with
don't
this
think
last-class
so.
trial and we can leave this island, right?
No.
It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided
No.
on the killer?
No, I don't agree.
Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here, I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with.
crap!
Oh. Oh wait, something related to his death. Yeah, how did he do the music? Maybe?
Crap!
No? What? Hold on. Okay. Hold on, hold on. Give me the file?
I see.
Okay.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
Body was discovered inside the warehouse. Estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is, I think it's the time of death? Oh, I have to sneeze real bad, but I can't. Oh look! Time of death. Times of what? Why are there so many C's? Is it a C? Shh. What? Oh, cause of death. Cause of death. Fuck! What? I don't know what to do! There's so many! This is so difficult! I'm gonna die. Cause of... Oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Oh. Duh. Get all these F's out of here! No, shit. Oh my god. Give me the A's, give me the A's. This is chaos right now, what's going on? Get rid of all these O's. Oh no, I need, oh my god.
I got it.
Jeez. That was difficult. I was panicking hard the whole time.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the actual cause of death.
Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But
Hey, Quiggles.
the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Maybe
That's
it's
what I
not
would have thought,
included if
too.
It's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's
That's me,
case,
yeah.
the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
are you saying that applies this time too?
Oh, hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide. But, it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations. And that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You are right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be alright. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
While your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Alright. I think this is a good place to call it. I'm sorry. I think I'm too tired now. Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but, well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, yo, we haven't hit the halfway point. There's no way. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monomi? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. So Monomi and I are the bestest of friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough! Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides, the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit. How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know? We aren't even friends in the first place. And as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother. It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demands for that. Oh, I fell for it. I totally took the man bait.